Click the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to never miss another update.
Jabir ibn Hayyan's fame as a chemist increased. He has rather become the most celebrated chemist in his time. He gained many students.
When a scientist does any experiment, he must follow several steps. The first step is a scientist should be inspired from observing what's happening around him to formulate a hypothesis to explain the phenomenon that he's observing. For example, when we observe clouds filling the sky, we assume that the sun's heat causes seawater to evaporate. Cold weather, up there, shapes vapor into clouds. The second step is to develop a theory based on his observations that he can build on his research. In our case, the theory is heat causes vapor to rise upward, whereas coldness converts vapor to clouds, then to water in the form of rain. Third step is to go back to nature to see whether his theory is valid or not. This is a water-filled flask, and this is a tube where vapor, resulting from heating process, accumulates. Thus, heat causes vapor to ascend. We've attached some ice to this side of the tube, as you can see, to keep it cool. Can we notice what's happening? Water vapor is starting to condense to resemble clouds. As we can see, some water drops assembling on the inner side of the tube. They also look like rain. Thus, we have confirmed the validity of our theory. Before you make the result of something that you want to experiment public, you must repeat the following sentence. I made it with my own hands. Before that, I had created a mental picture of it. I experimented it and it proved to be true.
Jabir ibn Hayyan hasn't forgotten his first goal. That was the reason why he studied chemistry, that is serving people.
Master Jabir, may you tell me what our goal from studying alchemy is?
Don't you see any benefit from it?
Yes, we do many experiments. We discover new substances, extract some acids, heat and cool. What is the benefit of all of this?
Don't you want to learn more?
On the contrary, I love this science so much, but I wish to benefit people from it.
This is a noble goal. We can indeed achieve it through alchemy.
How?
I'll tell you. What is it?
This is alum?
What are its properties?
It has many properties. It is water soluble and it reacts with acids and...
Okay. That's enough. Now, if we add some alum to this dye, then we use it to dye a shirt, for example, can you tell me what the result will be?
The reaction between alum and this dye will make the fabric color fast.
Isn't it beneficial for people to invent a method that will help them to stabilize the colors of their clothes?
This is true.
There are other uses for alum. For example, we can add it to cloth at that moment. It will form an invisible layer on this fabric. Thus we will get clothes that don't get wet. Alchemy helps us in manufacturing drugs as well, isn't that so?
Yes. Through it we can change poisons into useful medicines, which help curing not only humans but animals as well. But, what is this gold water good for?
This substance forms a layer that resembles gold in its luster. By using it, we can plate jewelry to look like real gold. But of course it is cheaper than gold. We can use it to write important scripts, like how the Holy Quran was written. It can be a method to please women who can't afford to buy gold.
But won't this facilitate alteration? Any merchant can plate cheap jewelry with gold water and sell it as pure gold. No one will be able to reveal his secret.
Who said so? This compound is called aqua regia. It is capable of dissolving gold water layer covering any surface. It will become clear then, whether it is pure gold or adulterated one. Alchemy is full of secrets. We can discover more about it every day.
How did you reach these results, Master Jabir?
Through experimenting, my son. The more experiments I do, the more results I get.
Jabir ibn Hayyan became a household name in Kufa. However, because some people didn't understand that what Jabir was doing were science experiments, they became angry and misjudged him.
What? Clothes that doesn't get wet. Yes. He puts a cloth in water, it remains dry when he takes it out. How does he do that? He must be a wizard. I heard that he can transmute any metal to gold.
He must be receiving assistance from jinns in his satanic work.
I heard that he is a scientist, and that these things which he's doing are scientific matters.
What kind of science is this? These are illogical matters.
We must make a stand against this man, Jabir ibn Hayyan. What are you thinking? I'm thinking about stopping him from continuing his current conduct. The best way is to destroy the place where he practices his malice sorcery.
Oh my God! The laboratory!
Do you know where this man, named Jabir, is living?
Yes, I know his laboratory where he does his experiments.
You mean where he practices his sorcery? Let's head there. Master Jabir! Master Jabir! Tens of the people of Kufa are on their way here to your laboratory.
What's the matter? Why are they coming to me?
News of your scientific experiments and the results that you reached have spread, and they believe that you are.
That I'm a sorcerer, isn't that so?
So you do know about it?
No, I'm guessing.
You must leave now quickly, and leave this place, as they insist on smashing the laboratory.
I knew that something like that was bound to happen. I have to take some books, and some indispensable tools.
Why would you take your tools?
Do you think that I'll stop doing experiments? A day will come, my son, when people will understand the importance of alchemy.
Unfortunately, if you go through the door they will see you, Master Jabir.
So, the solution is simple. Let's get out through this window.
Demolish this place, and smash these tools that he's using in his sorcery.
These are books written in strange alphabet.
Burn them. They must be magic books.
But where is this corruptive man named Jabir?
There is no trace of him. He must have been informed about our arrival. He escaped.
He got away this time, but he won't escape next time.
Despite all what happened, Jabir didn't give up. He kept working somewhere else, writing books, meeting his students, and teaching them.
I want you to write down what I'm going to dictate on you now. It is a theoretical speech, but it is important for anyone who wants to specialize in alchemy or other sciences. It is the Jabiri recommendation. This is my point of view about qualities that an experimenter must have. First, you need to know the reason why you are doing this experiment. Don't do any experiment without determining the reason why you are doing it. After that, in order for your experiment to lead to your desired results, you have to understand instructions related to these experiments. I want to ask you a question. Have you noticed the location of my laboratory?
It is outskirts.
This is the third observation. The laboratory must be located in an isolated place, and thus you will enjoy more calmness, which will help you to concentrate. Patience and concealment are two important matters. The experimenter must be discreet. He shouldn't be hasty in announcing what he's working on or the results that he is reaching. He should do experiments patiently, until he gets the desired results.
Why shouldn't an experimenter announce the results of his experiments when he reached them?
This is the fifth recommendation. An experimenter shouldn't be deceived by appearances, and rush into conclusions. He should experiment one time after another, to make sure that the results that he reached are the true ones. An experimenter ought to have friends whom he can trust. As you know, not everyone show goodwill towards scientists, especially those working in the field of alchemy. We don't want to save a scientist every day from the rubble of their laboratories. There are two pieces of advice left. An experimenter should avoid impossible experiments, such as the myth of transmuting dust to gold, or inventing a substance that extends life, as your life is what you're going to waste if you decide to do such impossible experiments.
What is the last piece of advice?
An experimenter must have enough time that allows him to do these experiments. Some experiments, as you know, require a very long time.
Jabir continued teaching his students, doing his experiments, authoring his books relentlessly, and he remained full of enthusiasm. Until he died at the age of approximately 95, he died in his laboratory, among books which he wrote, instruments that he invented, and substances that he discovered and experimented on. That's why he deserved that chemistry would be associated with his name and to be nicknamed the Chief of Chemists, and the Father of Chemistry.